Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Daily, where we post daily Las Vegas Raiders content. If that's something you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate everyone joining my giveaway in yesterday's video. If you haven't joined it, I'll leave it up for a couple of more days before I pick the winner, so go check that out. But anyways, I was reading an article on Bleacher Report, actually, and they were talking about some of the most improved teams in the NFL offseason. And immediately, I'm like, if the Raiders aren't on this list, I'm giving up on Bleacher Report altogether. Like, that would just be ridiculous. But we had an article here by Alex Ballantyne, and just kind of going through the Raiders and some of the moves that they ended up making. I mean, obviously, most notably, you have the Davante Adams move. To be quite honest with you, I'm just amped. Like, I'm just completely amped to see Davante Adams not only just like in a Raiders uniform, because I think that's going to go hard. I think it's going to go hard as hell. But this man is going to cook. Derek Carr with a lethal weapon in Davante Adams. I mean, who in their right mind isn't just exhilarated about that? Even just like casual NFL fans. NFL fans are pretty hyped to see it. Even just like a casual watcher of football who's familiar with those two players, they're hyped up. But anyways, like, the Davante Adams move was huge. I think there was a lot of... There still is some room, actually, where they can improve. But I just see so much growth, not only even in the roster in general, but, like, just development, further development. I love the coaches they brought in. I love the staff that they, have. It's just really reassuring right now. I can't wait to see McDaniels. Obviously he's going to be kind of looking for vengeance. He's got all the tools he possibly needs. And, yeah, I mean, last time he was a coach, Denver Broncos, 2009, 2010, that definitely didn't go the way he had planned. So I'm very excited for this staff. Now, there still is, actually, and there's some issues with the offensive line. There were concerns, and there still are some concerns with the offensive line. But I have some comments on it, and I think the writer of this article actually kind of touched on it a little bit, and I think we would have kind of the same viewpoint. And to be quite honest with you, I think a lot of Raiders fans have this viewpoint as well. So basically, they had the fifth worst, 20. Not great at math here. They had the 28th best offensive line last year. In PFF's final rankings, the offensive line unit finished 28th. And, outside of drafting Dylan Parham and signing Alex Bars, they didn't really do anything. Those are two moves. And, maybe they go out and make another move. But, this was clearly their just kind of like huge weakness, glaring hole, and but I'm pretty confident. There's a new coaching staff there, and they have young players. They're gonna get better. You combine talented, hardworking dudes, young dudes, with coaches that know exactly what they're doing and are great at their jobs, you're gonna see development. And so there's no way, shape, or form the Las Vegas Raiders, even if shit really hit the fan, there is no way in hell that they next season will be worse than what they were last year. It's not going to happen. And with that being said, I love Dylan Parham. I think that was a phenomenal draft pick. I made a couple of videos talking about some dudes that they could, look into drafting. And I remember when I made a video on Dylan, or I don't know if I made a video on him, but I definitely talked about him. I was like, this is a good move here. It's a good move here. So I'm glad they drafted him. We'll see how much Alex Bars can contribute to the squad. But I'm just pretty confident that they have the right guys on the coaching staff and they have the right guys on the roster to at least continue to develop, continue to progress. Outside of that, you did have just, the contract extension of Derek Carr. You had some big moves in free agency like Chandler Jones, which was absolutely money. Well, actually, I highly doubt the Raiders are done quite yet. I highly doubt it. you know, I've been making a ton of videos talking about different dudes I want the Raiders to sign, but I would imagine you'll see probably at least one move on both sides of the ball. I actually got to read this article still, but I saw something online where it was some article talking about, you know, a couple free agents that the Raiders could look into. The good news about the NFL offseason is it lasts, you know, so long. Like if this was the NBA, a lot of these dudes, even, they would just be picked up already by now. But you know, we're pretty much like getting close to 2 weeks post draft, and you know, you've been seeing signings happen pretty much on the daily basis. So I do urge, as I've been mentioning in all my videos, that the Raiders, if they have guys that they want to pick them up, or at least, you know, just start getting it in motion here. Outside of that, even just development-wise, I mean, I look at guys like Hunter Renfrow, and you know, I'm like, even just development-wise, Josh Jacobs. I know those two aren't new additions, but I think you're gonna just see so much improvement. Like both of those two cats had really solid years last year. I think just given the fact that you had a bottom 5 offensive line in the entire league, and Josh Jacobs put up definitely, you know, fine stats. Right? I highly anticipate this will be the end of Josh Jacobs' career as a Raider, I should say. The reason being, it really is just more of a, you know, new GM, new system type of thing to me. You know, he wasn't drafted, you know, under these guys, and typically in every sport, when you have a new GM come into town, you got new guys in management coming in, they kind of clear the house. You know, they start to target their players, you know, the guys they want. So it makes sense. You know, Josh Jacobs last year, while statistically, oh my God, I almost dropped my mic. Sorry about that. Statistically, had his worst, you know, running year in his career. But like I said, bottom 5 offensive line in front of him. I mean, it was catastrophic. It was a horrible offensive line. So, you know, at the end of the day, almost 900 yards, 9 touchdowns, it's going to get the job done. But I am very excited about White. I can't wait to actually see long-term what he is going to do for the Raiders, or just even in the league in general. I would imagine 100%, though, the Raiders are anticipating or hoping that this is going to be the predecessor. He's going to take over for Josh Jacobs after this season is over. I can't say that damn word. So, you know, I think Jacobs, I think Hunter, I think they're in store for super solid seasons. You know, I know the Raiders went out and they got you know, Demarcus Robinson, who's a pretty intriguing player. I still think they should go sign a receiver. I like Edwards a lot. I'm very excited about Edwards, to be honest with you. But why the hell not, man? Who knows how... Like I said, this is probably Jacobs last year. This is probably Darren Waller's last year, unless they're prepared to pay him, which to be honest with you, I just don't... I'm not very confident in that. Whether or not you want Waller to get re-signed, I'd want him to get re-signed. But it's not looking great. But even more so, like, you have all these weapons on offense. Why not go out and get a, you know, veteran free agent who's just going to at least contribute? He's going to lead by example. You know, he's going to be a veteran. He's been around the league. Like, if you're trying to make a Super Bowl push, the plan is to make a Super Bowl push, or at least a deep playoff run. I mean, why not just go get more guys who have been around the league? You know, they've seen a thing or two. Outside of that, you know, they did make some moves on the defensive line. They made a lot of moves at the cornerback position via trade, via signing. I think Anthony's going to be kind of underrated. I think he is underrated. Rocky Asin's going to be actually just like super sweet. They still might go out and get another cornerback, though. Who knows? Let me know down below what you guys think about the Raiders offseason. I think if we're talking grade here, you know, grading actually is kind of tough, because I feel like they, you know, they made a ton of moves. They made a shitload of moves. But I do look at that offensive line, and I kind of agree with this article, thinking, you know, they'd probably get a better grade if they had made more moves at the offensive line. So, I'd probably go ahead and give them an A-. I definitely don't think they had an A+ season. That everything would have to be perfect, but maybe even an A. Maybe A- is a little too low, but I would say A- or an A 100%, as they pretty much were phenomenal. Pretty much, it was near perfect. Like I said, just kind of no offensive line, but it's not over yet. Offseason is definitely not over yet. It's May 9th. So that's it for today, man. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit that sub button, but most importantly, go ahead, drop some comments down below on the Raiders offseason. What do you think about it? And you think they're done yet? Whatever you gotta say, go ahead, drop it down below. And like I said, go check out that last video for my giveaway. That is going to I'll probably end it, like, I don't know, maybe Friday or something like that. Maybe I'll go live for it, who knows. Yeah, go check that video out, and all you have to do to enter it is name your favorite Raider from the '84 season. That's it. Like button, sub button, comment. Peace.